What's up, guys? I know you're all looking forward to another hilarious skit explaining how the towers got their Halloween skins, but because this event is divided into two parts, I don't actually have all of the skins yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold off on doing that until after the event. My plan is to make skin showcases for both parts separately, and right now, we're gonna go over the skins that I got in part 1. Alright, so that's the background information. Now we're gonna jump into the skins. Up first, I'm gonna cover the 4 skins that come out of the spooky crate, and then I'll cover 5 of the 6 skins that come out of the pumpkin crate. The 6th skin in that crate is the militant. You won't be seeing it in this video because the crate is bugged, so it won't open. When that's fixed, I'll cover it. It's most likely gonna be in the part 2 video. First up is one of the skins I've been using the most since I got it, the Graveyard Farm. Tycoon Farm has been my go-to for a while now. This is definitely replacing it as my favorite farm skin. In my opinion, this is the perfect skin for the farm. Very simple, yet it has a lot of personality. Here it is at level 0, just normal tombstones. At level 1, the tombstones get a little bit of an upgrade to become more religious. And at level 2, we get an open coffin lying on the ground. To me, this one's a little scary. It's like Dracula just escaped, so I try to upgrade past it as fast as possible. Level 3 is an above ground stone tomb in a gated area with a tree. And level 4 has given me the idea for what I want when I die. This person's grave is a noob dabbing. Even after death, he figured out how to dab on those haters. And here at level 5, we find out that this has been Lord Sinister's grave the entire time. He's so narcissistic that he got a miniature version of himself for a headstone. Not gonna lie, this is pretty cool looking. I really wish that when the money pops up at the beginning of each round, little ghosts would come out of the tombstones around him. Alright, and the next skin is Spooky Slasher. I was able to just recently pick this tower up as a game pass. Level 0 is, of course, the most boring. He's just wearing a blue outfit, but the tower does have a pretty cool idle animation. He upgrades at level 1 to the OP gloves and a face mask. Illuminati confirmed. At level 2, he gets a 100% on him. I looked this up because I'm not real familiar with the Slasher, and I think it's because with the hardcore rework, he gets a range buff of 100% at level 2. He's now throwing knives here, and I think that used to be an ability, but now it's just something he does by default. Visually, he gets some really cool looking glowing green eyes and wraps on his arms. So level 3 is exactly the same as level 2, except now he's wearing a trench coat and he's dual wielding his knives. And level 4 is max level for the Slasher, and this is when he transforms into one of the coolest looking skins. He's got glowing green chains draped across his chest. He's also wearing a kind of top hat with a glowing green band around it, completing his spooky look. Now we're going to talk about the Ghost Commander. This is my favorite commander skin right after the Gargoyle skin from last year's Halloween event. I really wish they'd put that back in the game, even for Robux. Now these ghost skins are a little hard to talk about because they're translucent, which means you can kind of see through them. And this can make it hard to see what changes from one level to the next. It looks like here at level 0, it's just a basic commander, nothing fancy. Now let's see if you can spot the difference at level 1. Come on, guys, it isn't that hard. Yeah, that's right. He's got gloves now. So level 1 just brings in the typical addition of gloves. And I almost missed this, but he is wearing sunglasses here. You gotta look real hard to see that. I think level 2 changes his jacket. I really can't see any visible differences here besides that. So if you guys can see what's different here, be sure to drop it in the comments below. And level 3 is a more obvious change. He gets lapels on his jacket and aviator sunglasses. And max level 4 changes his jacket completely. You can tell that it's darker on the arms. And he has different sunglasses and some crazy eyebrows. Man, you need to cut those. So yeah, can you see now why this is my favorite commander skin? So moving on from my favorite ghost skin to my least favorite ghost skin, we have the Pyromancer. It could be difficult to tell what's different from one level to the next, but you really got to ask yourself, do you even care? Level 0 Pyro, plain Pyro, okay. Level 1 Pyro gets gloves. I can see that pretty easily. And level 2 Pyro obviously adds a mask. This is pretty typical. And it was tough for me to tell what was different about level 3 Pyro, but eventually I did notice that he has some canisters across his chest. Level 4 Pyro has a more obvious change with the knee pads and something on his arms. It also looks like he has a more complex rigging system for the gas tanks on his back. And level 5 changes to the typical dual wielding flamethrowers. I do feel like this was a really interesting skin to design. Like, it's got a lot of complexity to it, but it's really hard to see what the little differences are. In this shot from the front, you can clearly see those canisters across his chest. And here's that skin skin from behind. And that was all the ghost skins that I have. All right, now we get to the first skin that's pretty similar to the pumpkin skin from last year's Halloween event. This is the pumpkin minigunner. Here at level 0, he's pretty plain. But at level 1, he gets some style, puts on those gloves and a top hat. Hey, that looks kind of familiar. At level 2, he gets glowing yellow eyes and some night vision goggles because daylight savings time just happened and it gets really dark after 5 p.m. Now, I like this change here at level 3. The sleeves come off his shirt and he gets an ammo bandolier that he wears across his chest, as well as a backpack. Now, the backpack isn't anything special. It's just a regular backpack, and he's going to have that for the rest of his life. At level 4, he gets super strong, and he's able to hold one minigun with each hand. And at level 5, he gets his coolest upgrade, the glowing orange Gatling guns. He gets the black outfit, which I think is the best color for any of these skins. The glow inside of his head turns from orange to red. Here is that skin from behind. Moving right along here, we get one of the biggest disappointments of this event. This is the pumpkin cowboy. Not only is the cowboy not worth using anymore, this is not the pumpkin skin from the Halloween 2019 event. For that skin, he was actually holding his head in one hand and the gun in the other, and he had a cool animation that he would do. This just looks like a stupid old cowboy. So yeah, level 0, boring. Level 1, he gets gloves and glowing red eyes. Kind of scary, I guess. All right, and here we have level 2 pumpkin cowboy. I cannot tell the difference between level 1 and level 2 here. I see no differences visually in the outfit. I did double check and make sure these are 2 different levels. Even in the game, when you upgrade it to level 2, nothing changes. So if you guys know what the difference is, you gotta let me know. Moving on to level 3, he gets, actually, he or she, I don't assume, they obviously get a cape, and they also add in the ammo bandolier over the chest. And level 4 gets a full-on coat and is now carrying 2 guns instead of 1. And level 5 gets a full black outfit and glowing golden guns. And as much as I love the pumpkin skin from last year, I think this is a much better max level look than the other one. The other one was an old-timey Gatling gun that was just kind of meh. All right, now we're on to the Rocketeer. This is the pumpkin Rocketeer, the only tower in the game that shoots his own face at people. This is level 0. At level 1, he gets a couple of gloves for protection. Level 2 adds the top hat and a backpack. Level 3 upgrades the RPG to a bazooka. Look at that cute little pumpkin sticking out of there. And level 4 gives him knee pads and a kind of vest. And at max level 5, he gets the typical artillery cannon. And this year, you know he's launching this right at kids that come within 6 feet of him. They're just taking a Snickers bar to the chest. Next up, we have the Pumpkin Ace Pilot. This is actually a pumpkin skin that was not available last year. Level 0 is the usual pumpkin airplane that's orange. And for levels 1 and 2, I didn't see a visual difference, so we're just going to skip right over those. Now, level 3 gets a more modern plane. It looks like maybe something from World War II. And level 4 upgrades the plane again. This looks like something from the Vietnam War era, maybe the 1970s. And level 5 brings it roaring into the 20th century as a black jet. Got a close-up picture here to give you guys a good look at it. And yes, those are pumpkin insignia on the wings. Last up, we have the Pumpkin Gladiator. And because I don't have the Glad, I had to get a generous donor to loan one to me for this video. So shout out to SMG actually for the help. Here he is at level 0. Nothing really going on except he has a pretty cool looking sword. But at level 1, that all changes. He's got a massive amount of armor on now. And of course, gloves. The change at level 2 actually took me a second to see it because it's so slight, but the sword is a different color. And at level 3, there's another slight change. It looks like he gets a fur collar. And level 4 is when he really starts to look cool. Now the sword is glowing green. And here at level 5, he gets the coolest look of all, the total black outfit. Glowing orange sword, the glowing orange arms. In my opinion, this is not just one of the coolest Gladiator skins, but one of the coolest Halloween skins ever. This is Lord Sinister in the game on your team. And here it is from behind. And one more thing, let me give a shout out to Dynamic Wraithman because I said I would. Shout out to you, my dude. Okay, and that's it for the skins that I got from the Part 1 Halloween Battle Pass. Whenever Part 2 releases, I'll do a showcase over those skins. Let me know which skin is your favorite in the comments below. Mine is definitely the Graveyard Farm. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button with your forehead, hit that subscribe button with your big toe, and turn on notifications however you can so you don't miss any of my spooky upcoming content. If you haven't joined my Discord server yet, go ahead and do that at discord.gg/JustHarrisonThings. And that's all for now. Take care, be safe, and never forget what I always say. Peace.